What's going on, people? Welcome to Live Palace News. It is Sunday, the 28th of July, and I'm joined by a very smart Patrick. I mean, I've never seen him this formal, maybe because of the player we're talking about, Jordan Ayew. When he scores a goal, no emotions are shown normally. So Patrick is here, all serious. He's serious like Ayew as well. As always, there's going to be a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the latest with Palace today. As you can see from the title, Jordan Ayew interest from Saudi, and also Leicester City. How much is he worth? And we'll quickly give a mention to another youngster going out on loan. Actually, on top of that, there are also a few youngsters going on tour with the team, with the first team to America. So we'll be looking at and discussing some of those players and seeing whether they'll get involved, and speaking about Glasnow's words, the latest on the court. Basically, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. As always, like, subscribe, get involved in the chat as well, people. Patrick, before we do get started, as I mentioned, you're looking very smart today, very formal. You're taking these episodes a bit, seriously. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, nice try. So, full disclosure, D text the group chat, and I'm on the 13th hole, 14th hole of my playing golf. If I could do Palace, I said sure, I'll do it, but I might be a little bit late. So as you can see, I'm right off the golf course. This is one of my favorite golf shirts, and I'm here for the team, man. I'm here for you.
Exactly. You're always here when needed. And I'll be honest, I actually played golf yesterday as well for the first time. Mini golf, bit different, but
how'd you do?
I was all right, man. I hit first time in a few goes. I feel like when I'm older, I'm gonna be a top golf head. Like, I'm gonna love golf. I feel like I'm just growing into the sport. I'll never watch it. I sort of understand the dynamics of golf, about 16 holes, bogey, handicap.
18 holes.
Yeah, but I don't understand. If it was like normal language, like 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, and I hate free goes. But there's always these handicaps and stuff. But
there's a lot goes. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. Let's start off with Jordan Ayew before we get distracted about golf. And the interest, according to Alan Nixon, is that Jordan Ayew has got interest from the likes of Leicester City and clubs from Saudi Arabia. Of course, Patrick, we've spoke about him on here with rumors reporting that Jordan Ayew and Odsonne Edouard could be the players leaving in this window. Does this news come of a shock to you with the clubs involved, especially Leicester City?
I'd be surprised. I mean, I know they're a newly promoted side, and normally when you're newly promoted, you want to have, some veteran leadership guys have gone through the battles before. Iheanacho's leaving. I don't know if that one makes much about sense as Saudi does, because Saudi, because of the money they have, he's obviously a Muslim. It makes more sense. He's a captain of Ghana. I don't get the Leicester link. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, it's a bit strange for me.
Just with the Leicester link, what don't you get about it? Because I've got the opinion that Jordan Ayew can still contribute in the Premier League, and I think, in fact, it suits a team that's just got promoted, that's trying to stay up, because he's got vast experience, and we've known his work ethic as well, and that experience could come a long way. So, what about the Leicester link don't you get? Because I personally feel like that Leicester link, Leicester getting Jordan Ayew, would be a very good signing.
Because they have veterans. They have Jordan, for instance, Jamie Vardy still there. You know what I mean? They have veterans in the team that kind of that leadership role, guys who've been up and down with them. I remember Vardy's been up and down with Leicester. He won the title with them. So I don't know if they need that veteran leadership with other teams. I mean, it's not like it's let's say like Ipswich, haven't been in the league for like 15, 20 years and need something. Leicester's been up. Leicester were up last year. Do you know what I mean? 2 years ago. So they've been in the league before. So I don't quite get that link again. It makes more sense, Saudi. What you say makes sense. They are a newly promoted team, but it's not like an Ipswich. It's Leicester City. They won the FA Cup a few years ago. They won the league. So it's a little different. But again, who knows? You never know with teams, honestly, what they want, what they like.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go to Patrick. Patrick's question.
I don't fish. I do not fish. Whoever put that, I do not fish. No, I do not fish. We'll
answer off-topic questions towards the end of the show. But if you do have any questions, put a Q and a dot before it, and we will pin it and answer it towards the end. Spiritual said, I hope, please, Lord, they can have him. Please, Foxes.
Oh my goodness. See, I don't that lack of respect for Jordan Ayew. I don't like that, Spiritual. I'm sorry. That's rude. That's a bit rude. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a bit rude.
I don't think he contributes enough by goals and assists. But But saying that, I think Jordan Ayew has been one of, if not one of, pound for, in terms of value. I think at least it probably beats him because we got him for £8 million in terms of the quality. One of the best signings that we've had since getting promoted in terms of the contribution we've had over the years. Yes, he hasn't scored that many goals or that many assists, but he's been there whenever we needed him in different positions, and he has scored some big goals for us. So, I do think it is the right time to move on from Jordan Ayew. And I don't know what you think, Patrick, but I think after Sarr coming in, this should kind of open up the doors. In a way, as much as I'm not like, oh, we should be selling Jordan Ayew, just like Spiritual is saying, I'm not in that. I don't agree with that, with those comments. Like, I'm not eager to sell Jordan Ayew, but I do think it opens up the door for Ayew to leave with Sarr coming in. I think that makes Sarr look like a Jordan Ayew replacement, of course, if he was to leave. And it makes me a bit more comfortable with, one going out, one coming in. We do have to move on from him eventually, right?
No, there's no doubt. And again, we signed him. We gave him a next year at the end of the year. He didn't have to do that. The manager, he chose to because that was kind of his decision. I got no problem with him leaving. I just have a problem with people being so rude towards him. I mean, he was a big contributor to him. He's not the greatest player for path. He's probably one of the best pound for pound signings we've ever had as far as contributing.
I don't know about that because of Elise. Elise kind of, I mean, £8 million.
You know what? Nah, you know what? I'd honestly say, you know what? And you said it yourself. If not for Jordan Ayew, we got relegated in 2018-19. Elise was never part of anything like that. So listen, I get Elise hype. I get it. Elise is a great player. I get $8 million for 60, whatever, $5 million selling him for. But I think for what we got him for, we got him a first on loan. Then we signed for a couple of million, kept us up. Now I'm going to stick with Jordan Ayew being the best pound for pound signing in history of. And in our last 10, 15 years. Now, having said that, if we sell him, no problem. Very quickly, D, I'm looking at the forwards on Leicester. Bobby Reid just came from Fulham. Jamie Vardy, Patson Daka, Steffi Mavadivi, Casey McAteer, Abdul Fataru. He's not going Leicester. They don't need him. He doesn't fit into Leicester. So I don't know where that rumor came from, but to me, unless they sell Mavadivi or Patson Daka, I don't see him. There's no space for him to go there. He's going to go there. He's never going to play. He's going to want to go somewhere and play because obviously he's not going to be, he don't want to go somewhere and not play. So I just don't see him fitting in there. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Yeah, Tim's saying I think a lot depends on Jess. If Glasner is convinced by Jess and is committed to getting him minutes this season, that argues for letting Jordan go. Do you think this is more, what happens with Jess rather than Sarr coming in the door then? Because I thought it might be Sarr coming in, Ayew leaves.
I think Sarr definitely takes more is more replacement. Again, like you just said, he can play left side, he can play right side, he can play as a forward. That's what Ayew does. Now, as a backup to, let's say, Kamada right now, currently as a right, to me, Jez is a better fit to me than Ayew because he's left-footed. So I think both of you are right. I think he might replace both of them. So there's that.
Oyster saying if he's not going to get time, let him go. He's done us proud. Hills are saying don't get that Ayew hates Eva. Weird.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, some people just never been convinced by him. I've been one of those who have said in the past that, at times I felt like we were going with the cheaper option by keeping him at the club. But over time, I kind of understand. I've also understood his value to the club as well. But then again, now is the right time to move on from him. But quickly, Patrick, then price tag. Does that change with Saudi clubs involved, or does the price tag remain the same regardless of who it is? Because I actually asked a question. I saw someone say 2 million. I saw someone say 5, 10, 15. I'm hearing different kind of numbers. What would you be happy with? And also get involved in the chat as well. Letting Jordan Ayew go for.
What do we pay for him? 2 million?
2.5.
I would say 5 would be fine. I mean, he's 32 years old. I don't know where I mean, I know they overpay, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to pay over. They're not going to pay 10 million for Jordan. I mean, who knows? I'll take whatever we get. Again, I have no issue with the money. To me, is not going to be an issue. I mean, if we even break even, that'll be fine. But I don't think that should be an issue of him leaving. I think what you said before, it opens a spot for both Sarr and Jez. Then that makes more sense. So, and I want him to be happy wherever he goes. So that's fine. I don't really have a problem with whatever it is. I don't know. 5 million to me would be reasonable, honestly.
Twisted saying minimum £10 million. Dan saying £8 to £10 million. Colin saying 5 million to English club, 80 million to Saudi club.
There you go, Colin. I'm with Colin. There you go, perfectly. There you go. I agree.
5 to 10 million. I'm more, I agree with the 5 to 10 million range. I think 10 million is optimistic, but 5 million,
That's
I think 5 million is realistic,
Yeah.
especially for Premier League club in Leicester and also for Saudi club as well. I don't think 5 million should be that much. Just because they're Saudi clubs, I don't think they're going to be paying 25 million for Jordan Ayew. They're not dumb. They're not going to they will be smart with their business. So that's not realistic. So I do see, I think 5 million would be healthy. Plus wages, we let go of wages. And then, Patrick, when you look at this Maya Lassar deal, around 12 million pounds, 12.7. I mean, basically, we're going to pay around 7 to, depend on what he goes for, like 7 to 8, potentially 9 million for Saar. So that price gets reduced to under 10 million pounds if Jordan Ayew was to go. So it's like a nice bit of trade deal for a younger player. But I'll be honest, the day that he does go, we'll see what happens. This rumor's popped up today. It has popped up before that Odson Edouard and Ayew could be potentially sold. I am getting more convinced that the possibility of this could happen with Saar coming in, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. Collinson, that'll be 9 million roughly from money for O'Brien too as well. I mean, O'Brien just
again,
around 3 million pounds. Exactly. But Twitch is saying Palace need Big D energy, ask for proper money. I don't know what's proper money. I think it depends on what you talk about proper money. But for me,
proper money for me is for like if you're gonna sell Raksaki, proper money for him. I don't think you're getting proper money for Jordan Ayew. 32 years old.
I think 5 million is proper money for Jordan Ayew.
Exactly. You get what
we're
you
talking
get.
about a player that has struggled to score goals and have assists. We are saying his work rate is there, but he's also, in terms of age wise, he's getting older. So, I think 5 million pounds is not wild to ask for. And also his contract situation, I think it runs out next summer.
He's got 1 more. He signed a 1 year extension.
Exactly. So
1 more year
left. 5 million is decent. But minimum is we get what we paid for him. Let's just say that. So let's see. Let's move on to the next player, Patrick. And that is on a youngster, which we actually spoke about quite a few times. Youngsters going out on loan. According to a report from Bobby Manzi, he's saying Ola Adi Bomi is going out on loan to a Blitzers Belgium club, and he'll be traveling to Belgium in the next 24 hours of a potential move. Your thoughts on this? Another youngster going out on loan, but this time to not Texter, Blitzers club.
No problem with that. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking now. They're in the First Division B in Belgium. Looking it up now.
First Division B. How does that work?
That's the So you know how they're in the same division as Molenbeek. So you know how they have the First Division, like, and like all the top teams, and then like most of the top teams in Belgium have like a B team.
Oh, okay.
Right. So most of them. So a lot of the like Genk has an 23 team in there. Again, Molenbeek's in that division. It's the same division as, like I said, that O'Brien played in 2 years ago. They got promoted. So is that a good move for him? I mean, honestly, I'd probably prefer him to go League One over here, but he did that. He played last year, League Two last year, League One. So this some experiences. If he wants to go, then it works. Again, my whole thing with the loans are, I don't care where they go. One, when you go, I need you to play. I need you to stay injury free, and I need you to impress wherever you are. I don't care if he scored 25 goals in Finland, wherever. I don't care if you can score 25 goals there. Maybe you can score 25 goals. So for me, just go there, impress, be injury free, and play. So if he wants to go there, if the club thinks it's a good move for him. Interesting that it's not Texas. It's another one of our owners' clubs, which I kind of like, spreading it around a little bit. So for me, that's fine. I got no issue with that, honestly. Good luck to him if he goes.
Yeah. So, I mean, best of luck. I think he's going. He's apparently due to travel to Belgium in the next 24 hours. And also, let's move on to next bit of news, which is on Cheick Doucouré. There was that injury scare yesterday in the game against Crawley, but Glasner's actually spoke about it after the game, and he said the following. He said that I hope it's nothing serious with Cheick Doucouré today, but it looks not serious. So it doesn't look serious. So fingers crossed that he travels, because Patrick, I think they're due to travel today.
Have to be today.
It is today. They mentioned it on Palace TV. In a few days' time, you're going to be seeing the Palace boys. How does that feel? Are you excited?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm looking forward to the training session, because you can see a lot more during training session than you can during the matches, obviously. So That'll be Tuesday morning, and then Wednesday night's the game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, every time they come over here, I've been to Chicago, I've been to Philadelphia, I've been to Virginia, I've been all the place. Whenever they come to America, besides the one they went to, I think once they went to Cincinnati, they didn't go to that one. But I always try and catch them when they come over here. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I really am. I mean, it's gonna be fun. And like I said, I don't know if you're gonna get to the name, but I love the fact that they're bringing over Kelly Kapora, Matherin's coming over. I love the fact they're bringing some of the youngsters because they need the exposure. And then I thought the bench was very light yesterday, but that makes more sense now to me that they kind of kept it light for the first 2 matches. Now they're going to be using, I think you mentioned in the chat about play half the game will be players and half the game with the other players. So I like the fact they're bringing more players over, so more exposure. That'll be good.
Yeah, well, Glasner yesterday, post-match, he did say that for the first game, the plans are 45 minutes for all of the players.
Okay.
Now, do you expect to see 45 minutes for the youngsters that are also traveling with the first team squad? Because, I mean, of course, they've earned the merit. You know, they've been playing and they've been creating a name for themselves at youth level. But you can also have the argument if Eze and if all of the other players that are not currently available, if they were available, would, you know, some of these players would be going, would they be going to the US tour? I don't know. It's just a question to ask out there. Exactly. So for you, do you think Glasner plays the youngsters and gives them 45 minutes as well? I mean, yesterday it's been mentioned that there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around six youngsters that will be traveling with the first team squad today. Hopefully they're probably on the way already to the States. So for you, how do you see that going in terms of?
So I'm looking at the positions, right? So makes sense again because you got, like I mentioned yesterday, like 9 players who not, I'm not going for a name, but 9 players, like, you know, the 4 England players, the obviously Mateta and the Colombian players won't be there. So you've got Kapora and Uma. Makes sense. Kapora's a right wing back option, so is Ume, so that'll be perfect. You know, you can rest Klein, you can rest Mitchell for one of the halves. Perfect. Asher Agbenoni is like a number 10. To me, there you go, like there. And Matherin. Both of them are like 10s. You can get them in there. You can rest either Jazz or Kamada for a half. Makes total sense. Mofi Jemede is a center half. We play 3 in the back. For me, you put him in there with maybe Riyad and Anderson or Riyad and Richard from experience instead of having to put Ward back there. Perfect. And then you got one of my favorites is Justin Devaney, center midfielder. Love the way he plays. He's like a number 8. If Czech is injured, you got him to go with Hughes, to go with who else plays center midfielder with that's not injured. Well, actually, Lerma and Wharton are there. Actually, you know what? Perfectly, because you don't have Wharton, you have no Lerma. For me, the players that he's bringing are perfect. They all will have a chance to play because those are the positions that we have. You know, we lack depth. So for me, as normal, Glasner's spot on again. He did a great job picking those players, honestly, and I like all of them. Really do.
Yeah. And I mean, yesterday West Ham and Wolves, they played each other. I think that got delayed by 2 hours because of weather conditions. And West Ham lost.
Mad.
They lost 3. Yeah, they lost.
Their fans are mad, boy. They've made no signings, new manager. They're getting upset.
Oh no, not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them are, of course, going to be happy.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, they'll be happy to us, but behind closed doors, they'll be mad. But you know, that's just,
I got you.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is.
Oh yeah, got ya.
And I mean, I was thinking about doing opposition preview with this particular person, but probably not. It's preseason friendly. There's no point doing opposition preview. Just have a quick catch up with him because he keeps sending me. I mean, I'm talking about Dan Lawless here. He keeps sending me. Apparently, we were interested in speaking to Gareth Southgate and all of that. He keeps, and I'm not responding to him about it.
Being Palace or we being West Ham?
Palace.
Palace.
He keeps sending me, and I'm not responding because I'm like, Glasner's here. Why do you keep sending me about Southgate?
Yeah,
if Southgate came, that'd be very, very dark day for me personally and literally.
As dark for me as Hodgson. I'm not gonna lie, that can't happen.
I think it'd be darker for me.
That can't happen.
I'm genuinely, I would be worried because I mean, we're not going to talk about Gareth Southgate, but anyways,
we're not.
I mean, we got that game. We got 2 games. And for the second game, he didn't really mention that 45-minute spell for both players. He did kind of say we'll see for the second game where everyone is at. So we might see a bit more minutes rather than 45 minutes each for each player in the second game, which is against West Ham, right?
Correct. That's the one that's going to be in Tampa. Yeah, Tampa. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be in Tampa. So, I mean, it's still not early. I think we're mid preseason now. It would be good to see how we do against Premier League teams, Patrick. Against Crawley, 6 goals. We conceded 3. Results don't matter, But also, I'm not one of those who completely ignore preseason and say it's just a fitness thing. Yes, maybe at the start preseason, 1 or 2 games behind closed doors, that might be fitness, but tactics get implemented as well. Like, it's still a game of football against another Premier League opponent. For me, it's about how we play, how we look. And against Crawley, I'll be honest, I was impressed, especially in the first half, in terms of like the basics, the pressing, the fitness, the tactics from even the new signings like Riyad and Kamada. They seem like they kind of understand it. I'm not looking at scoreline, but for me, in these next 2 games, what are you looking for? What are you looking to see, if anything?
Definitely, again, to me, there is a fitness issue, but again, I like to see continue with the tactics, going with the 3 in the back, the 2 wing backs, the pressing, etc. Getting some players that might be more involved in the actual season involved. So hopefully getting Jez extra minutes, getting Uma extra minutes, that could getting Riyadh extra minutes, that kind of thing. No problem playing some of the kids on Wednesday. I'd love to see them personally. If Saturday we play a bit more seriously, I got no problem. Remember, I know it's not a big deal, but we are playing for what they call the stateside. There is a cup involved in this. So right now, it's a cup involved. So right now, Wolves have 3 points because they're in first place. We beat Wolves, and then we beat West Ham. We win the cup. So I'll take it.
Take it. Open parade. Are you gonna come for the parade?
No, why? It's gonna be in America. You have to come over here for the parade.
But I mean, we're gonna do the parade over here. I mean, shut down all the roads. We won the stateside cup.
Croydon, yeah, Croydon.
Yeah, exactly. Outside Croydon Council is going to be celebrated the cup. Yeah. I didn't even realize there was
it's for a cup. But all joking aside, there's that. But then again, that is going to be our last preseason game before the Nantes game. So, and when Nantes comes, everyone's back. Eze's back, Lerma's back, Wharton's back. So that's going to be a game where you gotta let them play in that game, obviously, because they need to get their fitness up. And then we've got Brentford the following week. So for me, this game on Wednesday is going to be a 50-50, but I would be surprised if we don't get more of the starters playing more again on the West Ham game. And then after that, like I said, it's Nantes and then it's the season started. So, kid, that Gemini is a good player. He's got a lot of youth potential. He's 17 too.
Yeah. Let's see. It's an opportunity for some of us to see how they do with the first team setup. Also against Premier League opponents as well, Patrick. That's the biggest thing, Wolves and West Ham. So this is going to be very good.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good test for them.
Exactly. Hopefully, some of them take advantage of that of the situation. In terms of how long do the Euro players get? I think they should be back after the American tour. So next week's Sunday, Monday next.
They're back. They're back.
Monday, Tuesday.
They're back next Monday for sure. They'll be back.
They've only had 2 weeks off. Currently, next week when we're in America, it will be the 3rd week. So they'll be back. The week after.
Exactly.
So everyone will be back by then. Yep. And they need the rest. I'm not against that. They need the rest because it's been a long season for them as well, both international and also league-wise, even though Patrick in our chat, I did say something.
All right. So D said they don't deserve a rest because they lost the Euro final. That's what D said in the chat. I'm just saying that. Just throwing that there. But remember, D is also supporting Turkey, not England. So I understand where he's so bitter because Turkey didn't get to the final. England did. So I get it, D. I get it.
No, I was just joking. But
they should be honest. They should let everybody know honest about it.
I mean, we were rewarding them for losing. That's what I said.
Are the Turkey players back from their holidays yet? The one that lost.
Some of them cut it short. Short. Of course, they play for Real Madrid and stuff. Not.
Real clubs. Yeah, big clubs. Yeah, got it.
It's kind of different.
I understand, Gula. I get it. They play for real clubs. I get it. I respect that.
Yeah, Real Madrid and Inter Milan is kind of different with Champions League and all of that. So
Fenerbahce, Galatasaray.
I mean, that's not. I would, with all due respect, even me, I could say. Well, even then, Fenerbahce, they're playing a Champions League game as well, so it's a bit more serious over there. I think majority of them are back, but Turkey got knocked out way earlier than Colombia and England. So yeah, let's see.
Asking, mate. Just asking.
What was that?
I'm just asking. I
mean, we'll see. I enjoyed the Euros though. It was fun.
You should. Turkey did well above expectation. Did really well. They played really well. You gotta respect that. They played really well.
Yeah. Let's see. Did he apply by the way for the England job? It was you could have applied on FA website.
Thought about it, but I'm kind of busy playing golf and stuff doing this show. I'm kind of busy, so yeah.
I'd rather be playing golf than managing.
I had the qualifications, but I didn't have the time. Qualification, but not the time.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, we got the games in September. you might be playing golf then. Exactly. Yes, it's too quick. It's too quick of a turnaround for you.
Busy man, busy. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go through some of the questions. By the way, if you're enjoying the show, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, people. If you haven't already done so, we are less than 90 away from 5,000 subscribers.
Wow,
which feels crazy.
Awesome.
Exactly,
Brilliant.
Which feels crazy to say, but thanks to every single one of you that's already done that. Let's go through some of the questions. In fact, before I do go through some of the questions, yesterday we did in the live match reaction towards the end of the show, we did give an update on O'Brien and a few other names that's been mentioned. So technically, we combine the Palace news and a match reaction together. So if you want to be up to date with all of that all of the updates from yesterday, go check out the live match reaction. Towards the end of the show, we speak about the latest news from yesterday after the game. Now, let's go through these questions. Gabriel saying, now Nusa and Edwards are off the table. Probably which attacker do you think we should bring in? I like McTee.
I watched him yesterday for Man City. They're over here in America playing. He's a really good player, better than I thought. But here's the problem. That City tax is going to be massive to buy him. 35 million minimum. And he hasn't even played last year for Sheffield United. So
and Pep likes him as well.
But he let Cole go. Look how much Cole went for last year, So Cole Palmer. So, but yeah, I'm with you, Gabby. I like him a lot. But to me, the Man City tax would be. I'm talking about minimum 35, 40 million for that kid, and he's 1 year in Sheffield United getting relegated. It's not enough to pay 40 million for him, but good player, very good player. Like
maybe a loan with an option to buy, depending on.
Have we ever done that before? Have we ever done that before? I'd love to do that. When the last time we did that?
Maybe Man City might be a bit more open to a deal like that. As we mentioned with Cole Palmer, they had to sell him because they were too stacked. But then again, it just depends on how Pep views him. But then we don't even know if Pep's going to be staying for longer.
I like it, D. If you could do that, but we've never done it before. I mean, we had, Chelsea loans always end up with a no option. And then obviously, even with the Arsenal play, we had that kid. What's his name? Sonogo. We didn't do it with him. So I don't know. I love the idea of a loan to buy. You look at the player. Sonogo. Remember Yaya Sonogo?
Yeah, but I mean, is he still even playing football?
No, but I'm saying, I'm just mentioning players that came on loan that we didn't have an option to buy. Not that I wanted to buy him. I'm just saying, all of our loans have always, so.
I think that's been a problem as well, trying to get that option to buy. And I think that's why we've kind of been against the loan market recently, because we were using it very good before in terms of like gaining quality players that had impact. Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek.
You know what? I'm thinking now. The two best loans were Wilfried Zaha, we bought him, and Jordan Ayew.
Oh yeah, he was out on loan as well, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually have done it, but just don't do it, So those were very good loans that we ended up buying. So what am I saying, man? Mateta, also, of course, Mateta.
Oh yeah, it was a loan as well. We ended up buying him. Yeah,
I mean, so we have done it. So,
but then there wasn't an option to buy, was there? Mateta? Oh, there was. Was there?
We bought him, so it must have been
bought him. Was there an option or was it negotiated? I remember on deadline day. I remember we was talking about it. You.
Maybe we converted the loan into a buy then. Maybe so maybe it was a loan that we converted.
Might be an option to buy. I can't remember.
I remember that day you were very upset. You were not happy about that loan. I don't lie. You were not happy when we bought that player. So don't say. But it's okay. You're good now. But that day we go back. Receipts, you were not happy that day. I remember that. Not happy. Admit it, right?
You're right. Okay. I wasn't happy because I did say I felt like we kind of rushed into a deal because at the time, I mean, he scored a few goals. He had a very good January.
I understand.
And like December, I think it was. It had like a good month or two. Then I was thinking
that was the FA Cup run. Remember, that was all the FA Cup goals.
Yeah.
You played a lot of games, a lot of goals. Yeah.
Well, look, he's here. And he's scoring. So no complaints. 23 players: right wing back, left wing back, and striker.
Disagree.
Okay.
Right wing back, striker, not left wing back. I think Uma's going to be fine at left wing back. So I think just two. Yeah, I do. I really do.
Well, let's see if he actually uses him at left wing back. Of course, the report suggested that he's looking to use him there, but this tour would be a great indication to see how many minutes he actually plays there. He came on against Crawley Town, but he didn't play left wing back.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, he played on the right. So let's see how he uses him there. So Rich was saying, haven't seen that much of Murphy. Is he really that good, Patrick?
I think so. I've seen him play for the 18s when he first came. He came from another club. I can't remember what club it was. At 15, and then he played. Then he moved up last year, and he was playing that final in the Touch Cup. For his age, he's got good height, good speed, good tackling ability. I've never seen, honestly, this is an actual. People want to talk about O'Brien being a Palace Academy player. He really wasn't. We got him from Ireland, but Mofi Gemini has been here since like 15. This is the first true centre half I've seen in our academy in a long, long time that has real good potential. So I think the future is bright for that kid. I really do. Good player. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on it if you can.
Yeah. What's the percentage chance that both Uma and Jez make Glasner's first team squads?
Great question.
Percentage is very hard because of, especially with Jez. I think Uma is a bit more easier to keep him here, but Jez because of the interest. I'm leaning towards, let us know in the chat as well what you think, get involved. I'm leaning towards 65 to 70% now.
Ooh.
The fact that Jez still hasn't gone out on loan, for me, it's not Uma, it's more about Jez, whether, the question is both of them making it. So that's my biggest question mark. And it seemed like Jez is finally, he's scoring goals, he's traveling with the squad to the US tour as well. So yeah, 70%, I'll say. 70% now.
I'll say 75%, and I'm just guessing. But I'll tell you right now, if Jez has a really big USA tour, it goes up to like 80, 90% for me.
Saying that, yeah, of course he has to still perform, but he has performed, Patrick. He has performed so far.
It's up to me and you, he'd be in the squad, but it's not.
We're just literally just milking the whole situation in terms of like he has to perform. Like we're like, all right, cool. Yeah. Now go perform in America. All right, then come back and like he's performing.
You're right.
Just give him the chance now. Just give him a chance. He's doing the best he can, and it looks exciting. And he won't be a starter as well. Like we're talking about a player that's coming off the bench, and I think he's kind of shown that he can contribute. Not just from this preseason, by the way, from before as well. Kabore for right wing back depth, still young and would develop well under Glasner.
Don't know him. Don't know who that is.
No one's been linked at right wing back. So
you know who that player is? I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Grav saying we should bring. Grav is like the biggest Rowe fan out there. I think every single stream he's been mentioning him. I think the day we actually bring him, I think he might cry tears of joy. Look, he hasn't. We can talk about bringing in players, but realistically, they haven't even been linked. So let's see what happens. Twitter saying, Patrick, what's your golfing handicap and what's your longest drive?
Handicap is 11.5. My longest drive is like, I don't drive the ball long, but probably 280. But that's on a really good day. I usually hit it about 220.
What's that in terms of football terminology? What did you just say?
What do you mean?
What's the equivalent to football? Like, what did you just say?
A handicap? I don't know what that would be. I don't know. What would be a handicap in football? I don't even know what that would be. A handicap is just a way of judging how ability in golf to make it kind of even when you play somebody who's not of the same ability. If they have like a 15 handicap, you got to give them strokes. I don't know what that would be. There is no equivalent in football. It doesn't really make any sense. It's a really unique to golf, the handicap. Longest drive is like kicking a ball like, from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch.
So what's your longest drive again?
280 from 180 yards. That's 2.5 football fields. About.
Damn. That's what I'm scared about. When
the ball is really small and it's built to. It's not like magic. The ball.
No, but even yesterday when I was playing it, I was like, just the timing and everything, just how you hit the ball, like how you just hold everything, and that's why I'm taking baby steps. Maybe we can go golfing together one day. Maybe next year we'll see how quickly.
Bro, when I come over, I love it. I'll go golfing. I love to go golf. No problem.
Hopefully next year we can go on an American tour all together. That would be great.
Oh, wow, cool.
That would be, imagine back of the nest on tour. That would be funny. And we'll all stay together as well. That'd be carnage. Just talking about just Palace like 24/7. But
that'd be mad. That'd be mad.
That'd be fun. But let's see. That's for next preseason, anyways. But people, if you have enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and get involved in the comment section down below. If you're watching on replay, that's it from me and Patrick. We'll be back if there's any other Palace updates. So make sure to subscribe to not miss out on those. And until next time, up the Palace.
Up the Palace.